Hello, Internet people. So, what do we got today? So, human beings, we have certain needs and we have certain fears. Last time we talked about the need for certainty, and we get it through what we call sleep and blast. We get it and we give it, giving certainty through blast, and growing our certainty through sleep. But today we're going to talk about variety, which is the opposite of certainty. So we need variety. Why? Because we need to gain new information. We need to change, gather, update, explore. Why? Because too much certainty, if you have absolute certainty, you have death. You have stagnation. Because if you're 100% certain, then nothing can ever change ever again. You will never get anything new. Nothing will ever change. So you need to balance your certainty with variety. So getting new stuff, new experiences, new concepts, learning and growing and playing and having fun and etc. So if you are seeking variety, what are you fearing? The fear is control. Why do you fear control? Because control means you're losing possibilities. You're losing options. You feel trapped. You feel bored. You feel stagnant. It feels like death. And, you may react knee-jerk with "don't control me, bro" kind of vibes. I know I suffer from this a little bit. So let's look at how can you actually do this in real life. Well, there are two kind of categories of how this can be accomplished in reality. One is to give variety to the tribe with play. That's what I got as my first thing. Or you can, and you grow your own variety with consume. Let's take a look at what that looks like. So here's a new kind of thing that I've added, which is like a compass rose showing where certainty and variety fall. They're kind of opposite directions. If you are seeking more variety, you are running away from certainty. And if you're seeking more certainty, you're running away from variety. Just like if you're heading east, you're running away from west. So this is what play kind of looks like. You're kind of doing random stuff in the moment with whatever information is there. You're just reacting in the moment to whatever's happening. You're expending energy. You're going out. You're going out in two directions: out with information and out with actions and decisions. You are like, did he plan to, okay, now in this picture, I'm going to pull your ears. It's going to be really funny. Or did he just do it in the moment because that's what he does? Well, it could have been either. It's probably just randomly in the moment. And look at these guys just freaking out. Just like something's happening right now, immediately reacting to it right now. You're not just silently consuming that information and processing it later. You're immediately reacting. So that is variety. There's also this, which is kind of blurring the lines between sleep and play. We'll talk about that more later. So, if play is how you give variety, then consume is how you get it or grow it. So let's look at what that looks like down here. So that's an interesting one. This one is commonly confused. So like when you think of consume, you think, going and buying stuff. Consuming, I'm a consumer, I'm consuming, physical variety. And, you can also have physical variety when it comes to facts and information, new facts, new info for me. But here's one that's kind of confusing to a lot of people. Exploring new concepts. So Neil deGrasse Tyson here is he's consuming new concepts for himself, but he might not be actually reading anything or listening to anything. He could just be, locked in a room by himself thinking, which, how is that not sleep energy? We talked about that last time. How is that different from this? You're locked in a room working on something by yourself, whether it's physical or concepts. The difference is in, are you exploring or are you building? Are you seeking new, or are you utilizing old information? Are you organizing your known information for yourself, or are you gathering in new information for yourself? And here's another way it can kind of blur the lines. This is, again, with physical, where you can gather new physical stuff and experiences together with other people. This kind of blurs the lines between consume and play. So that's something we're going to talk about soon, is the kind of blurring of the lines between all these things. You can't actually... So in physical reality, you can head due west or due east, or it's the opposite direction, due north. But when it comes to personalities, there's no such thing. You can't head directly at variety. The closest you can get is one of these guys here, which is kind of at an angle. We'll kind of talk about that more at another time. So, good night, everybody.